Welcome back to another electronics components tutorial. In this video, we are going to discuss of electronics components, and in that electronics components are classified in two ways: active and passive components. Components which produce the energy in the form of voltage or current are called as active component, while components which store the energy in front of voltage or current are called passive component. Let's go straight to active component. An active component is a device that has an analog electronic filter with the ability to amplify a signal or produce a power gain. There are two types of active components, which are electron tubes and semiconductor or solid state device. Examples of active components are oscillator, transistor, integrated circuit, TRIACS, SCRS, LED, etc. All active components require a source of energy, which generally comes from DC circuit. An active component works as an alternating current in circuit, a device which works to increase the active power, voltage, or current. An active component is able to do this because it is powered by a source of electricity that is separated from the electrical signal. In addition, an active device can generally infuse power into a circuit, such as a transistor or triode, or vacuum tube, or tuner diode. That is why, if you remember previously what I said or discussed on passive and active in our early introduction, I did not include diode completely to each and every one of them, but I only said diodes can be active or passive based on the usage of it. Now we are to discuss on passive component. A passive component is a component that does not require energy to operate, except for the available alternating current circuit that it connects to. A passive is not capable of power gain and is not source of energy. A typical passive component will be inductor, resistor, transformer, and capacitor. Generally, a passive component are not able to increase the power of signal, nor are they able to amplify it. However, they can increase current or voltage by LC circuit that stored electrical energy from resonant frequency, or by a transformer, like an electrical insulator. There are two types of passive components. Passive component can be divided into two: lossy or dissipative, and lossless. Now let's start from lossy. Lossy does not have the capacity to absorb power from an external circuit over a period of time. And an example of that lossy is a resistor. While lossless does not have an input or output net power flow. This type includes components such as inductor, capacitor, transformer. Now let's proceed with passive and active component differentiation. Factors like nature of the source, its functions, power gain, controlling the flow of current, nature of the energy, requirement of external resistors or resistance. Let's start with this. Nature of source. Active components deliver power gain or to the circuit. Active components deliver power or energy to the circuit, while passive components use power or energy in the circuit. What I mean by used and deliver, it means that active component is a donor, while passive component is acceptor. It's just like when you are giving somebody, maybe somebody does not have money and he or she is asking you for money. You that is given, you are the donor, while the person that is accepting is a acceptor. That is what I mean by donor and acceptor. Now let's go straight to the function of the component. Active device which produce energy in forms of voltage or current, while passive which store energy in forms of voltage or current. So you can apparently see that the difference between the active and the passive in terms of the function is clear. In this area now, active, it produces energy in front of voltage, while in terms of passive, it stored energy. Let's discuss the power gain. And active are capable of producing power gain, while passive are incapable of producing power gain. The flow of current. Active component can control the flow of current, while passive component cannot control the flow of current. The requirement of external source. Active component require an external source for the operation, while passive component do not require any external source for their operation or for the operation. Let's go to the nature of energy. Active components are donor, just as I said before, while passive components are energy acceptor. So in electronics deal in the micro and mini range of voltage, current, and power, and also control kilo and megavolts, amperes, and watts. Today, electronics is an established branch of engineering. Therefore, I am advising the audience which is watching my video in any part of the world or wherever you are. If you are one of the electronics or electrical students, please always take it serious and remember that electronics in this our modern rule the world. Thank you for watching my video and expect more video from me.